Oh, there we go. So one of the newer fluke trailers that we've been using over the past couple years has been one made by Z-Man. And Z-Man makes a whole wide range of soft plastic baits made out of this ElaZtech material. And we talked about that a little bit earlier in the spring, rigging it up for striper lures. And these baits they've made specifically for fluke. They actually call them the DOORMATADORZ. And one of the advantages of using this ElaZtech material for fluke is that one, you know, there's a lot of bait stealers down there. There's bluefish. Fluke themselves have teeth. There's dogfish. So you get these short strikes fishing a long grub style bait like that. And with some other baits, you might lose the tail. They might nip the tail off. So you miss that hit, and you don't know if you're down there just fishing with what looks like, you know, basically like a hot dog, you know, no action to it at all. But with these, you can be pretty confident that you still have the tail on there. Other properties of the ElaZtech that make it great as a great fluke trailer is that it's buoyant. So, you know, if we were going to fish that weightless, it would float. That gives it a lot more action on a slower retrieve. So right now, we're waiting for the tide to get going. I just have a DOORMATADORZ on a Powerball jig head, basically just a big ball jig head. And even on a really slow retrieve, that tail is going to have a ton of action. Part of that being because it's buoyant, because it's very supple. So it's another tool to have in your tool bag when you're going fluke fishing. Anybody who's fluke fish will tell you how important scent is. And that's another property of the ElaZtech material, is that it will absorb scent. And they have these, they package the baits with ProCure Flounder Pounder Gel. I think that's a squid-based scent, but every bait comes with that in the package itself. You fish it for a while, throw it back in there, it'll reabsorb the scent. Right now I'm actually fishing it on a spinning rod. And part of that is because our drift is so slow right now. I'm casting up ahead of the drift and working it back to the boat just to cover a little bit more area while we wait for the tide to get going. Once things get moving again, we have a better drift, I'll switch back to conventional and just bottom bouncing as opposed to casting. But try to make the most of the day out here. Nantucket Shoals, it's a good 2-hour run, you know, from where we left out of Falmouth Harbor. There we go, I'm on.
Okay, that's the right kind. I see it coming off the bottom. You got 60 feet to go. 50 feet. You're gonna need the net, Jim.
I think I'm gonna need the, oh yeah, whoa, jeez. Slow and steady.
Oh, nice fluke, dude.
It's a good one, man.
Nice fluke.
Kind of wheel him around. He's not hooked real well. Whoa, quick landing. Yes.
Nice job, buddy.
All right. It's a beautiful fish.
Look at, he's barely hooked.
Yeah, just barely hooked.
Oh.
So that fish just hit. A little ball jig rigged up with a Z-Man DOORMATADORZ. I was casting it up current, just kind of walking it back to me. As soon as it got vertical, that fish hit it. You know, it's another beautiful fluke for the box. And a lot of fun to catch them on this lighter spinning gear too. It's got that snow white belly. You know, they don't need any pigmentation on this side just because this is the side that's always facing the bottom. So you have the back side that's that brown, that mottled brown, sometimes spotted, sometimes not. I think they've got one of the coolest tails too. You know, and this whole shape, the whole tail and everything is built for quick bursts of speed. So it's going to be sitting on the bottom, and as soon as it sees a bait fish go by, it's going to kick that tail, gives it a quick thrust of power toward that to get its prey. It's an amazing fish, and you know, you can see why they're one of the favorite game fish of the Northeast.